DRJ Kids.
Story Duck of Gold. Once lived a man named Dhanraj in a remote village. His wealth made him arrogant and he considered poor people anything but human beings. He used to reside in a huge palace. However, even after getting all the possible luxuries, he was unhappy. The reason was a small hut of poor Ramdas which was bang opposite his palace. And he thought this was a black spot on the face of his beautiful palace.
I have no clue that why these poor people are always after my peaceful life. Take Ramdas for example. He made that dingy hut right in front of my house.
But sir, he's the owner of that piece of land.
So what if he is the owner? That doesn't permit him to demean my glorified palace by making that hut in front of it. We need to demolish that hut by all means.
Now Dhanraj is all set to demolish the small hut of poor innocent Ramdas. And one day, accompanied by his few men, he pays a visit to Ramdas.
Hey, listen you Sarju and Damru. Don't waste any time and demolish this dingy hut right away.
You cannot do something like this, sir. If you're going to demolish my shelter, then where will I stay?
That is none of my business. You stay wherever you want but here. What are you waiting for, Sarju? Follow my command and demolish this dingy hut.
After this, without waiting another minute, Dhanraj's workers demolished the hut at the blink of an eye. Unable to save his only shelter, Ramdas starts crying.
What you did is completely unacceptable, sir. One should never be arrogant for his wealth.
You poor fellow. Arrogance is best suited for wealthy people. I have money and that is why I am arrogant. Now stop blabbering and leave this place at once.
Getting such a warning from Dhanraj, Ramdas decides to leave the place. Before leaving, he says,
I'm leaving for now, but one day will return for sure. And that day you will have to repent for what you've done.
Do return, Ramdas, but not until you are wealthy enough to build a palace here. Do you get that? Now leave.
After this, Ramdas finally leaves from there and walks out of the village crying and completely shattered. He walks aimlessly and reaches a forest.
Why don't I start living in this forest from now on? This place is far better than the village. At least I won't be bothered by people like Dhanraj.
When Ramdas was evaluating whether to stay in that forest or not, a fleet of honeybees approaches him and then start buzzing around him.
Oh no, these are honeybees, I believe. And so many of them. Need to get away from here, else there's no way I can save myself.
In order to save his life, Ramdas runs away from the honeybees. He reaches a river bank after some time.
Finally, I'm safe from the bees. It's a great relief indeed. But which part of forest is this? It seems like I will be stuck here forever from now on. I'm really hungry. What should I do now?
Ramdas was really hungry, but he couldn't find anything around to feed himself. Heavily disappointed, he seeks help from the Almighty.
Oh God, what did I get myself into? I can barely control my hunger anymore. Where will I get food in this vast jungle? I will soon die out of hunger.
While Ramdas was having this inner conflict, he hears a voice from behind him.
Listen, brother, do you want me to help you out of this?
What? You're a duck. But it seems that you can speak.
Yes, I am a duck and I can speak your language because I'm a magical duck.
Okay, then tell me, how can you help me?
To begin with, I can arrange for some food that will satiate your hunger, Ramdas.
Is it? That will be the biggest favor you can do for me.
On Ramdas's request, the magical duck gets food for him.
Let a sumptuous meal appear for my guest.
Oh wow, this is no less than a miracle. It's real food.
Oh yes, my dear friend, your food is here. Please take your seat and enjoy your food.
Listening to the duck, Ramdas sits down to eat his food. And then, as soon as he finishes his meal, it starts raining torrentially.
Oh no, what will happen now?
What else will happen? If it rains too much, then the river is going to get flooded and this forest will be drowned under water.
Ramdas really gets scared upon hearing what he just heard.
It means I'm destined to die soon. Why did I come to this jungle? Now nobody can save my life.
You have nothing to worry, my friend. You will remain unharmed. Till I am there with you, you will remain safe from anything and everything.
But dear, you are nothing but a small duck. If the water level rises, then it will be difficult to save your own life, my friend.
While Ramdas and the duck were having this discussion, the water level already started rising. All of a sudden, the duck becomes enormous in size and transforms into a huge house made of gold. Watching the whole scene unfold in front of him, Ramdas is surprised beyond imagination.
Look, now I'm your house. Don't waste time anymore and come inside using the staircase, my friend. You will find everything you need inside.
Wow, this is such a beautiful house.
The water level is increasing rapidly, Ramdas. Come inside quickly or else you will get carried away by water.
Following the duck's advice, Ramdas takes the stairs and enters the house. The interior of the magical house was no less than a palace. Everything was made of gold and studded with various precious stones like diamonds and emeralds.
My goodness, this is a house or a palace from heaven. Here everything is made of gold and so many precious stones. Also, everything required to live is already present here.
Few days pass in the same fashion, and then one day the water level subsides, after which Ramdas comes out of the magnificent duck house. Even the duck comes back to his original shape.
Ramdas, my friend, why are you looking so worried and upset? If you have any problem, please share with me.
I'm thinking about the arrogant wealthy merchant Dhanraj. He had insulted me a lot and he also threw me out of the village.
But why? Could you please elaborate?
After this, Ramdas shares his complete story with him and eventually starts crying.
My dear Ramdas, why are you crying? Now I am here with you. Instead of crying, now let's teach that arrogant fool a lesson for life.
But how?
Construct and erect a huge magnificent duck house in front of his palace. The palace will look nothing more than a poor man's hut in front of our beautiful duck house, understand?
Listening to this plan, Ramdas's joy knew no bounds. The next day, when Dhanraj wakes up from his peaceful slumber, he could not believe his eyes.
Hey, what is all of this now? In place of that dingy house of poor Ramdas, here stands this huge and never seen before duck house, and that too made of gold. Who could erect it in only one night?
He's the one who built it, sir. The poor thing whose hut you brutally demolished yesterday.
What? Ramdas built this house, and that too only in one night. How did all of this happen?
You are absolutely correct, sir. And to get a glimpse of it, the entire village has come down. I suggest even you should go and take a look at it as well. And
Now what?
And you should meet the wealthier Ramdas and seek his forgiveness for your misdeeds.
Everybody looking at the duck house of Ramdas were completely speechless and in awe of it. Also, just to get a glimpse of this beauty, people from distant villages started coming in large numbers. Dhanraj too realized his mistake. He finally understood that boasting and gloating about one's wealth can only be a reason for their downfall, and it is of no use at all. In no time, financial situation can change of a poor person as well as of a rich man, just like how it happened with Ramdas. Evaluating everything that happened, Dhanraj approached Ramdas and...
Brother Ramdas, please forgive us. I was really arrogant because of my money and I forgot that you were my neighbor. You are a poor man, but you are my brother. Today onwards, we will not repeat our mistake. Please forgive us.
Seeing Dhanraj repenting his deeds, Ramdas forgives him without any hard feelings. After this, both the neighbors started living together and lead a happy life.